Yes, that's what it is.
How are we doing? All right. Commiserations and good luck, Sinead. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
He said it's expensive as well, so.
We'll get underway. So it'll be live content first, radio, TV, online, then the embargoed written section. Okay. We'll be syndicating the first bit, and then I'll record the second bit and send you that audio. Okay. Corky, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, sure. Andy, hi, it's good to see you.
Hey, Corky.
Changes for the game against Argentina. Can you just talk us through it? I mean, an unchanged pack, 2 and 4 changes at half back, Robbie Henshaw and then Robert Balakoon.
Yeah, I suppose selection is the same every week. He's making sure that we get the balance right. With a few forced changes, and we've 1 or 2 that we want to have a look at as well. So we've obviously got some forced changes because of some injuries there at half-back. So that changes things up a little bit. But we're excited to see Connor back and Joey starting in a good team, you know, with a good forward pack behind him, and obviously Robbie coming back in, he's great for him and the team, and then seeing Robert Balakoon get his chance on the wing. Yeah, so like I said at the start, to get the balance right, to make sure that those lads are able to do the jobs properly is absolutely key.
Can I just refer back to the game last weekend against New Zealand? I mean, a lot of people would have said that it was a perfect kind of barometer or a benchmark as to where you were in terms of, 2 years out from a Rugby World Cup. Have you had a chance to kind of think back of, during the course of this week, as to where you are and kind of what the next couple of phases are going to be, or the next couple of stages are going to be?
Well, no, we don't give ourselves a chance to think where we're at, because the key for us is to assess the game, review it like we would always do, and reset the button to go again, because this is a tough test match coming up, and we all know that.
You mentioned there about obviously the unchanged pack. Was it important for Joey Carberry to have that first choice pack around him as well for this game?
I think it's nice for Joey. I think it's also nice for the 2 young lads on the bench as well, coming on to a pack like that, or the experience that could come on with him with those 2 boys at the same time. But having said all that, we're 2 games in. The cohesiveness is pretty tough at this type of level for any team, and obviously the forward pack is pretty important as far as the set piece is concerned, especially in a game like this against Argentina.
I suppose there were some tough days since the World Cup. Were you always kind of confident, had the belief that days like the last few weekends were coming?
Honestly, Sinead, I'm certainly over it. Honestly, as a coach and as players, I'm really pleased with how the week's gone, because we know the type of emotion that's coming our way this weekend with Argentina, the last game of their season, etc., and we know what type of physical battle it's going to be. So I suppose we'll dust everything off over the next couple of weeks and see where we're at in reviews, etc. But it's been full steam ahead this week.
Andy, there's a lot of lads in the squad who won't play this month. What have those conversations been like with them?
Honest, and they know exactly where they're at. I've had individual conversations with all of them, and it is difficult for them. There's no doubt about that. But selection should be difficult, and it's the conversations that I've had with all of them, that selection's in their own hands. Don't let it be a 50-50. Go back now for your provinces and let's see what you're made of. See whether the camp, the training, everything that they've picked up, etc., not just from how we play, but how they pick up stuff off each other. It'll be there for all to see, won't it, in the next couple of months. So we're interested to see like always, how people transfer from camp to club form ASAP and keep that going to want to get back into the room for the Six Nations.
Can we just ask, was anyone else ruled out apart from the halfbacks that you mentioned?
Bundy. Bundy's is a couple of knees that he needs to nurse. Nothing too serious, but he's really dug in for us over the last few weeks, and he deserves a rest.
Andy, just on Robert Balcon, obviously he gets his second chance. What have you made of him since he's come into the Ireland camp?
He's a quiet type of chap that gets about his business in exactly that type of way, but the potential's there for all to see. I love the way that he's unorthodox in his play. He's obviously very quick, and hopefully we can get him into a bit of space. But he's a natural feel for the game as well. Very underestimated as far as decision making, reads, etc. In defence, very good under the high ball, etc. So hopefully we can get some front foot ball and give him some room.
How eager is Robbie? He obviously hasn't played since the Lions.
Yeah, in my experience, world-class players, they generally can come back in without much game time and just be themselves. And Robbie, in my opinion, is exactly that. He's been in and around camp over the last 3 weeks. He's been back fully training now for 10 days or so. So he's looked great in training today. He's gonna add to the performance, I'm sure.
Last thing I just asked about the younger lads on the bench. 2 of them are 22, I think 2 of them are 23. And you mentioned about guys learning in camp and improving their point in training. It seems they've done that, I presume.
Yes, they have, and Harry, it's been stop-start the season. He's hardly had any minutes. Coming into camp, he's missed a bit of training as well. For Leinster with a few different injuries, but since he's been in camp with us, he's not missed a training session, and we've seen him grow. We've seen him mature in front of our eyes as well, and it's going to be great for him to test himself with a good side that we've got out there, but against a good side in Argentina. And Craig, he's been just chomping at the bit for every single training session, etc. So I'm sure the two lads will do themselves proud.
Andy, hi there.
Go ahead.
I know the Pumas haven't had maybe the results go their way, but I mean, have you seen more in their performances that would give you enough to worry about? They're always going to be dangerous. We know what type of battle it's going to be, and we'll certainly be prepared for that. But we also know that they can be unorthodox in the way that they play as well. If they go forward with opportunities to offload the ball, they're going to cause anyone damage. So we're also aware of the fact that it's not so long ago that they beat the best team in the world. So this will be perfect for them, to come to Dublin and try and get a result. I believe they've not had a result against us here, so I suppose that will spur them on. I know that they've beat us in some big games before in the past, but we're expecting a full-on battle, and I'm sure it will be.
Andy, you talked in the past about competition for places. Connor's obviously coming back in this week, and maybe he wouldn't have started if but for injury. He must have seen over the last couple of weeks that he's now under serious threat for that role, given Jameson's performances.
Honestly, Connor's been great. He's been fantastic in camp. He's just gone on about his business in a very professional manner, very supportive of Jameson and helping the team push forward. He gets his opportunity to play, and like everyone who gets to take the field this week, they're all expecting the best of themselves.
You must be delighted with that competition.
Oh, delighted. I mean, it isn't just those two, is it? I'm sure Craig's going to have something to say about that as well, and Caelan Blade, Luke McGrath's come back in as well. So we've got great competition all over Ireland in that position.
Okay, guys, happy enough with the live section?